Hello, YouTube. So, we have just experienced the craziest week of free agency, like ever in the NBA. And of course, we see some big winners like the Los Angeles Clippers and the Brooklyn Nets getting their all stars that they need to make a championship roster. But there are some teams that went under the radar to build championship caliber rosters. One of those teams being the Utah Jazz. So, obviously, their big offseason splash was trading for point guard Mike Conley from the Memphis Grizzlies, but they were also very aggressive in free agency, luring forward Bogdan Bogdanovic away from the Indiana Pacers, and also filling out the bench with role players like Jeff Green, Ed Davis, and Emmanuel Mudiay. So we did have to give up some stuff to obviously get these players. Like we gave up Jay Crowder and Grayson Allen, and picks, and then like we had to release Derek Favors, or I guess we traded him so we could make the Bogdanovich signing work. But we're trying to get a lot more aggressive on offense this year while maintaining an elite defense, and I think we've done a really good job with that. So I just have some couple articles to show you guys and some videos on Instagram from the Utah Jazz accounts that I follow on there, and I've just been watching them. But anyways, let's talk about this ESPN thing first because there's an article on like the biggest winners and losers of free agency week, and it's by Zach Lowe. So I'm sure all of you guys know who that is, or most of you at least. So I'm just gonna read you guys this article, or not the whole thing, just about the Utah Jazz. So it says one of the winners would be small market teams spurned by star wings from the 2010 draft. So I'm just gonna read you guys kind of what it says about the Jazz and stuff. So, the Utah Jazz are loaded after trading for Conley and splurging on Bojan Bogdanovic, a last-minute pivot after Nikola Mirotic spurned them. Jeff Green and Ed Davis bring needed depth, and of course Emmanuel Mudiay as well. Um, Utah will miss Derek Favors, which obviously I talked about that, like he's a fan favorite there, but they had to trade him to make the salary work to get Bogdanovic. And then an injury to Green or Davis would bring more danger than it should. Yeah, I agree with that. But the Jazz will be ready. Will be really hard to guard with four shooters around Gobert and two ball handlers who can score from anywhere in Conley and Mitchell. And so yeah, I think it's going to make one of the most elite backcourts in the NBA having Conley and Mitchell out there, because that's extremely dangerous now that Mitchell's got another scorer. In the past, Quinn Snyder leaned on complex motion to mask of lack of go-go talent. So yeah, we haven't had any all-stars in a really long time. So we kind of just use the talent we have and build a good team around them. And Quinn Snyder's done a really good job with that. The Jazz can now simplify now. The Jazz can simplify now and run more classic spread pick and roll around Gobert. They remind of the peak Dwight Howard era magic, down to Gobert grabbing enough offensive rebounds on his own to mimic the effect of a normal team having two or even three guys crash the glass. Gobert faces a huge burden on defense, but is it really so much bigger with Bogdanovic at small ball power forward than with Jay Crowder? Gobert is back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year. It's his job to handle that burden. So yeah, with that being said, there's going to be a lot more of like a defensive task for Gobert to handle now that Bogdanovic or Ingles is going to be running the power forward, so that's going to be a lot smaller um, power forward than Derek Favors was, and so Gobert is going to have to really step it up in on the glass and just like getting defensive stops near the rim. But he is a back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year, so I definitely think he's capable of doing it. Um, Utah can make the finals, but I'm a tick lower on the Jazz than the consensus. They don't feel soft exactly, maybe lacking in force. Compare them to last season's Philadelphia 76ers, who overwhelmed opponents and unnerved the champion Toronto Raptors with sheer size and athleticism. Even Conley doesn't scare you in that sense. He's fast, but he's barely 6'1". He beats you with craft. Gobert is not as powerful or coordinated rolling to the rim as peak Howard. So yeah, this isn't necessarily the most athletic bunch outside of really Mitchell, because other than that, in the starting lineup, I think Mitchell's definitely the most athletic, and Conley's fast, but he's short, like this article said, and just Gobert's not that athletic either, and he can't shoot. But everyone in the lineup except for Gobert can shoot fairly well, especially Bogdanovic and Ingles, our two forwards, are going to be really good with helping stretch the floor, obviously. Um, which protected starter is defending huge alpha wing scorers like LeBron, George, and Leonard? All right, well, we obviously all know Joe Ingles locks down on Paul George in the playoffs. No one can debate against that. So There's the answer to that. What about James Harden? That job fell mostly to Ricky Rubio in last season's playoffs. So those playoffs were kind of stupid. Like, it was not smart of us to change our defensive scheme and like guard Harden the way we did because that was just completely stupid and it just messed with everything we had prepared for. And I kind of just think that was extremely stupid. Dante Exum and Royce O'Neal figure into those questions. They bring some of that missing oomph, but will Utah be able to score enough against elite defenses with one or both on the floor? Bogdanovich is 30. That 4-year, $73 million deal may not age well. So that's something I was concerned about too. Is his contract it's a good price, like about $17 million a year, but I mean, he's going to be 34 when that contract's up, so he could definitely start to decline before that contract is over. And so he might not be doing as well as his contract should have him be, if that makes any sense. So, but for now, I think it was a smart move to sign him just because we needed a lot more floor spacing. And Royce O'Neal is solid off the bench and he can score. And Dante Exum, when he's healthy, he plays really well. So, but I mean, that's the thing. If he's healthy, I can't guarantee he's going to stay healthy all year, and there's a good chance he's going to get injured again. But he is going to have to take on a load and prove to everybody that he is a lottery pick that he was, and I think he's more than capable of doing that. So that's all it really says about us in this article. Now it starts talking about the Pacers. So I just want to show you guys a video of Mike Conley at the Summer League game the other night, and just kind of talking about everything. About the new trade and stuff. So yeah, I'll show it to you guys. It's just on Instagram by this one Jazz fan account. You should follow him. It's Jazz_Nation. He posts a lot of stuff about the Jazz, and yeah, I definitely recommend giving him a follow.
One of the newest members of the Utah Jazz, Mike Conley. Mike, appreciate you taking the time with us. Before we look ahead to your new stint here in Utah, what did you think of the gesture the Memphis Grizzlies made the other day when announcing that they're going to already retire your number 11?
Man,
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how quick they said they were going to retire his
it's a
number.
great honor. That team and organization, means so much to me. That city means so much to me. Leaving a legacy like that is just unbelievable, and I'm just thankful to have had to spend 12 seasons there and accomplish what we were able to do.
The relationship between the players in Memphis and the fans is such a unique situation. Maybe a situation like Utah is pretty similar. Did you feel the organization and the culture of the community, how important that was to you?
Oh yeah, for sure. Memphis is a very tight knit community. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's friendly, and I'm catching that same vibe as I transition to Utah. And
One of the newest members of the
All
Utah
right, there's still
Jazz,
more
Mike Conley.
videos.
Mike, appreciate you taking
It's just continuing on what he's saying because on Instagram you can obviously only make videos so long.
I transitioned to Utah and Salt Lake City, and got to spend some time up there, and just really have been impressed with the organization and the city itself.
Mike, if we were a fly on the wall, what would the early conversations with Donovan Mitchell sound like?
Man, just trying to get the most out of him. He's a bright young star in this league. The sky's the limit. I know that we're going to do as much as we can to help him and become who he can become. And I think he's going to be a big reason why we'll be really good this year.
What have you seen out of him
It's nice that he wants to
personally
help
that gets you
Mitchell
excited?
become better,
Well, I think his
and he's
game
gonna
is
do it for
good on
sure.
both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a guy that competes on every play. Defensively, he's always inside trying to make plays, always trying to be physical and get in the passing lanes. Offensively, he can score from anywhere. And I think adding the guys that we were able to add this offseason will help, hopefully open the floor for him and
Yep.
allow him to have more minutes.
Bogdanovich, obviously. Moody A2 is a good player to come off the bench and score for us.
Salt Lake
We
City.
definitely have better ability to stretch the floor this year.
Sure. You're not the only addition that Utah made this summer. What about some of the moves that Dennis Lindsay has made excites you the most about
I do
Utah
like
now?
Dennis Lindsay as a GM. He does a really good
It's just
job.
a very clear direction, on what Dennis Lindsay wants to accomplish with forming this team, and obviously we're going to be a team that's going to try to space you out, and Rudy Gobert's going to have a lane to go down to the rim and dunk everything, but we want to create a lot of space, have guys who play both ends of the floor, create a lot of easy opportunities for each other, and just play selfless basketball.
Mike, as much time as we have spent addressing your desire to one day be an all-star, is this now the best chance for you to win a championship, putting aside the individual accolades?
I really do. Other than the year, a couple years we had in Memphis where we were really, really close. This is the closest opportunity I've had so far.
Work. You're not the only addition that
This is the closest opportunity I've had so far. But like all-star stuff aside, man, I don't. That's secondary, to trying to win, and I think that's what's so impressive about this group. We're all trying to, collect.
I really like that mentality he has about it being more important to win a championship than making the All Star game. So obviously he's not going to like stat pad to do that, and that just shows he's a team first player, and I really like that about him. And I think he's going to be a really good fit next to Mitchell and just the whole team in general.
Collectively just be as good as we can be and see how far we can go.
obviously the West, where the conference you're going to stay in, is ultra competitive. But do you sense now that it is more wide open than it has been in a really long time?
Yeah, I do. I think it's definitely more wide open. I think Kawhi not going to the Lakers, even the Clippers are now one of the favorites now, but not going to the Lakers still kept it a little bit more competitive for everybody. So I think everybody around the league is excited, and because we all know that there's possibility any one team can make a run.
So are you actively rooting for Kawhi to go back to Toronto?
I wasn't. This is the closest
It's
opportunity.
funny question.
Rooting for Kawhi to go back to Toronto?
I wasn't rooting either way. I was just sitting back as a passenger watching the show, but I was happy with his decision. I know he is, and they're going to be great down there in LA.
Mike, appreciate the time. Best of luck.
They are going to be tough to
Thank you very much.
get past,
Appreciate
but
it.
I believe that this Utah team can get past them because Ingles obviously can lock down Paul George like we already discussed. But yeah, anyways, that's just Mike's first, first impression about Utah, and you can obviously see that it's really good. Yeah, I think they're gonna mesh really well there. But I have another video from the Jazz, just the actual official Utah Jazz account of Mike Conley coming into the practice facility for the first time, and you can see how much he really likes it.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Wow. This ain't bad, man. Where am I at? Do I get to pick a locker or already? I get to pick a locker. That's
Just
just
don't pick favors. That's the only rule. Don't take his locker.
so much space. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
All right, so that just kind of shows that just shows Mike Conley's first experience in the Jazz practice facility, and you can see he really liked it and is just ready to get to work here and help us win a championship. So anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. But for now, thank you guys all for watching, and see you in the next video.